And thank you for viewing my presentation. My name is Tala Shahadli, and I'll be presenting a research proposal developed under the supervision of Dr. Helen Verdelli. This study examines the relationship between perceived needs and psychological distress among Syrian and Palestinian displaced individuals living in Lebanon's Bekaa region. It is grounded in the country's unique context, where prolonged displacement and restricted access to basic services have created significant psychosocial challenges. The aim is to better understand how these needs, along with social, emotional, and contextual factors, shape mental health outcomes. Lebanon has the highest per capita refugee population in the world. In the Bekaa region, limited economic opportunity and inadequate health care have left refugees with unmet social, physical, and psychological needs. Previous research shows that these stressors not only compromise well-being, but also increase vulnerability to depression, anxiety, and trauma-related disorders. These unmet needs contribute to the stress, and understanding them can inform more effective humanitarian and mental health responses. The main objective is to examine how refugees' unmet needs relate to their psychological distress and to identify factors that might moderate this relationship. By incorporating both quantitative and qualitative phases, the study aims to build a nuanced understanding of how individual and contextual factors interact within the displaced population in Bekaa. These hypotheses anticipate that unmet needs will correlate with higher distress, while strong functioning and social support may buffer that effect. Conversely, intimate partner violence, IPV, and emotional distress are expected to heighten psychological distress. The qualitative phase will further clarify which needs displaced individuals perceive as most urgent. This conceptual framework visually represents the proposed relationships. Perceived needs are expected to influence psychological distress, with moderating effects including functioning, social support, IPV, and emotional distress. It provides a structured way to test both direct and indirect associations. The explanatory sequential design begins with quantitative data collection to test hypotheses statistically. The second qualitative phase uses in-depth interviews to explore participants' experiences and interpret the quantitative results. Together, these approaches offer both breadth and depth, providing a richer understanding of the psychological dimensions of displacement. Participants will include Syrian and Palestinian adults recruited from Najda Association centers across 3 Bekaa locations. Using cluster sampling, the participants consist of 30 clusters will be divided equally among the 3 sites. This ensures balanced representation of diverse participants while keeping the process feasible. The recruitment strategy leverages trusted local organizations, which enhances participation and ethical engagement. Participant screening protects psychological well-being and maintains data integrity. The study employs validated Arabic instruments to ensure cultural and linguistic accuracy. These measures capture the full psychosocial spectrum, from daily needs to emotional functioning and social support. The IPV module is administered only to female participants, as it was developed and validated to reflect women's experiences of partner violence, which is particularly relevant in displaced settings. Quantitative data will be analyzed using IBM SPSS and Hayes process macro to test moderation effects. Thematic analysis will be applied to interview data to identify recurring themes related to perceived needs and distress. Combining both methods provides a fuller and more accurate understanding of the results, as the qualitative data helps interpret and contextualize the findings beyond what numbers alone can show. The expected findings suggest that addressing unmet needs could reduce psychological distress, while strengthening functioning and social support might serve as protective factors. Conversely, IPV and emotional distress are anticipated to exacerbate this relationship. Qualitative insights will help pinpoint the specific needs most linked to distress, guiding targeted interventions. This study's strength lies in its cultural sensitivity and mixed methods approach. which together provide a holistic understanding of displaced individuals' psychological experiences. The use of validated tools ensures reliability and cultural appropriateness. However, as a cross sectional study, causal inference is limited, and self report measures may carry bias. Despite these constraints, the findings aim to inform culturally competent interventions and guide future research across similar contexts. These are the main sources and validated instruments referenced in this proposal. I am deeply grateful to Dr. Helen Verdelli for her guidance and support throughout this project. Her mentorship has been essential to the development of this proposal. Please feel free to reach out via chat on the APS platform or by email. I look forward to your questions and feedback. Thank you.